Okay. Let's begin, man.
I'm reloaded.
Oh, man.
This is so cool.
Hmm?
This is so cool. I could actually browse and
Be on airplane mode.
be on airplane mode and be on the gram and all of that. You know,
Yeah.
looking
Pretty
at Boiting.
That's my wife, man.
Oh,
I'll
really?
be looking at pictures of my wife.
I do actually. I
Full of
thirst. I thirst.
I wonder what it's like to have like. Okay, actually. Okay, I was about to say something that.
You wonder
I
what it's
already-
like to be thirsted over that much?
No. I was about to say I wonder what it's like to date someone who niggas are thirsty for. And then I just remembered that I have been in a situation where I dated someone who was being thirsted for
Really? Who's
all
that?
over the place. Why would I tell you on the podcast?
I'm not
You're full of shit.
Raw conversations, I think, like-
on the podcast. Hell
Yeah.
no.
Who are you?
Yeah, she listens to the podcast. So,
She listens to the podcast.
Yeah, she does.
Well,
So
yeah,
it'll be crazy.
then 3 of them gonna jump out. It's like, oh, yeah, that was me.
Who would look bad in that situation, me or them?
You.
Why? Because I just gave a great description of what they're like. Know what I mean?
Oh, they.
So yeah.
So it's not one, it's they.
This is in the hypothetical situation
Oh,
that you have
okay.
presented that I'm speaking. How are you gonna? So you present the confines of a conversation and then you quickly forget.
I'm just saying.
What kind of bullshit is that, man?
I mean, look.
God damn it!
This is based on a true story. You know, we just want to hear and see so that we can dispute. It's like, nah, man. Nigga, that one? Niggas are thirsty over her?
Oh,
Nah,
God
my
damn
nigga.
What you saying about my
Like,
selection of women?
She
Huh?
but like, you know, they're not that thirsty. You know, don't let
Fuck out of
those-
here, man. Fanatik full of shit, man. Nigga ain't loyal as fuck. All right, ready to talk some shit? You ain't ready? You ain't ready to talk
I'm
some
always ready,
shit?
man. I'm ready on Monday.
I know, right? For real, though.
Yeah, I'm ready on Monday.
Yeah,
Yo, let's go.
Immediately something comes out. It's like, yo, I can't wait for Saturday.
It's crazy.
When we record the podcast.
And
All
I
right.
swear to God.
Oh,
Let me not say I swear to God. Might get struck down.
yeah, well, you say that all the time, so I don't know why you want to like be phony and shit.
Swear down.
Swear down.
I don't even know what that means. I say it because it sounds cool. But like swear down.
Yeah.
It's almost like there's something that awaits us every Monday. It's almost like it's waiting. It's like, yo, this could pop off on a Sunday.
Straight.
And they're like, nah. Let's wait for Monday. So like, boom, every time Monday hits,
Yeah.
there's something going on.
Monday is the day when a lot of
Monday's
shit
the day.
happens.
Yeah, I don't get why people hate Mondays. Mondays are absolutely awesome.
Amazing. In
the
Zambia.
podcast.
Yeah. So shout out to Critic. We had him on the podcast last week.
Shout out to Critic.
Yeah. Previous episode was a great success.
Too much.
When we recorded it, it was like, yo, 2 hours. This might be too long and shit.
Yeah.
But then, goddamn, y'all fucked with it. So
Too much.
great.
Really appreciate that.
Appreciate
Really
it, man.
appreciate that a whole lot.
Yeah.
Whole lot.
And to all the people that are saying that we need to have Critic up here, we'll think about it. You know what I mean?
about it.
But you know, for now, it's
Yeah.
it is what it is. You gotta
It is
enjoy
what it
this.
is.
Yeah. Okay. So Monday hit, and before we get to what's going on, how was your week? Let's talk about your week, sir.
My week was good. Hated being called an antichrist. I hated that. Like, yo.
Oh, they called you an antichrist?
Yeah. The vice president of the country called me an antichrist because I didn't go for national prayer and fasting.
What does the word antichrist mean?
It means everything that has to do with Christ, you are against. So you are against
So like
morality. Yeah. You're Satan.
Satan.
Yeah.
Shonongo.
Yes, you're Satan. Yeah.
Umulwani.
Antichrist. You don't want anything. It's like you hear Jesus and be like, not here. You know what I mean? So that's basically what she said about all the millions of Zambians who did not attend or participate in that.
So that's like a guilt trip then. It's like that's what it's meant to do, right? No?
No, that's just name calling and bitterness.
To what end though? When somebody as powerful as she is comes out and says that, what is the end goal for that? Isn't that
She's a vice
to make
president,
you?
but that doesn't necessarily mean power.
No, but she's powerful though. You can't take that away from her. A minister is more powerful than the vice president.
No.
Exactly. And
But like
would you agree that ministers have power?
The position is powerful. I'm just saying, like, look.
Say what you're trying to say.
Look, what I'm trying to say is, it's like, you don't think about the vice president, and you don't think influence. You don't think,
Why?
You don't think. Look, even when the late president Michael Chudivia died, you even thought it's like, hey, Guy Scott, hey, let him continue. You know what I mean? Because you thought it's like, oh, he's the vice president, he's able to take over when the president is not there. You didn't think that. I don't know if Zambians think that of the vice president. If Edgar Lungu was not there anymore, I don't think there's people who are thinking it's like, yo, maybe we should vote for her to be the next president of Zambia. I have not even thought about that.
But with the current constitution, she takes over because she was a running mate. You remember they changed things?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So it's immediate. If God forbid anything happened to big guy, she takes over immediately. So if
that would be a sad situation though.
Why would it be sad?
Because she wasn't gotten based on merit.
What was she gotten?
She was gotten to woo the women voters, to have that. Oh, look, he has chosen a female vice president. He is the first. You know what I mean? It's like it's all of those. It's not sincere. It's not meant from the heart. It's not. Look, I know this person and what they are able to deliver.
Yeah.
Now look, keep in mind, this is not woman bashing. I'm not doing that at all.
You've been doing a lot of woman bashing this week.
People go 0 to 100 anytime you say negative about a woman. You know what I mean? This is like, I have great respect for people like Edith Nawakwi. I think Edith Nawakwi would make a great president, not even as vice president, great president.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I could point out a couple of more women.
Why though? Why is Edith like?
Because she's proved herself.
How?
She's proved herself. She's been the leader of a.
That doesn't prove anything. What has she done in the community, or just anything to affect policy?
Do you know that
makes her a great fit?
She used to be finance minister.
When?
Some time back. What do you mean when?
Come on, I know she was.
So like, it's like, if you can hold down a position.
So that's cool. But like, Margaret Manakato is the Minister of Finance right now.
Yeah.
Does that automatically make her a candidate for president in the future?
Because she hasn't been in opposition.
Wasn't she in the MMD? Question, right? She was.
Been in opposition to the point where you are a target of government. Edith Nawakwi was.
But Edith, when has Edith ever been like, oh, she might win this election?
No,
That's never been a thing. It's never happened.
Because most Zambians don't believe women can do things like that. A lot of Zambians don't. She is more than qualified than some of the people who are in government right now.
You see, with something like that, like what did she do as Minister of Finance that helped this country? Those are the kind of questions that we need to answer before we can say, oh yeah, she held down this position and that is one of the many reasons why she should be.
Yeah, but
is it because she speaks well? Like that's just that's one thing.
Look, for you to apply for the top job, you're not obviously, you haven't done the top job before, but like you go there based on your CV, your past experiences and your past successes. Which is
what I'm asking.
Yes. Yeah. So she successfully held down the position of finance minister.
So successfully.
Successfully.
What is success? What is this success that you speak of? It's like, did she put in place, implement some policies that, like, made the kwacha.
Yes,
kwacha.
Then we're gonna go start going into details of what are those policies, and I will tell you this: I don't know.
Okay, great.
But like, there's certain finance.
So before you say certain things,
they
should come from an informed position.
There's certain finance ministers that you go back in history. 2 finance ministers, when you go back in history, that people are going to point at and say, it's like, okay, these 2 definitely held it down. Number 1 is Ronald Penza. And then the other one is Edith Nawakwi. And I'm not talking about them in that particular order. All right?
What about Fundanga? How could you forget him?
What about him?
What?
What about him?
Why are you dispelling?
No, I'm talking about the ones that I remember, the ones that people had positive things to say about at the time they held that particular position.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Anyway,
So that's what I'm saying.
we digress. You were talking about Zambian, I guess, women being in power.
Yeah.
Getting to the top. You don't basically believe that our vice president is fit to be president?
No. I wouldn't vote for her. You know? I mean, now, because of the Constitution, she automatically becomes president. But, like, if the day came, I would not vote for her. I've never heard what she thinks about, you know, women in general. I don't know what her mind state is. I don't know if she's just, you know, like, where you're just doing your job and not influencing anything on your job. It's like you're just holding the position. Nothing phenomenal.
So she feels like a placeholder for you.
Placeholder, that's it. That's it.
Damn.
That's just my 2 cents. I mean, you can agree, you can disagree, but that's my 2 cents. I would not vote for her to be president. I
guess you know. It's great that comes from a place that has no gender bias. It's just who she is as, I don't know, an individual. And also, away from that, it's just she hasn't really, I don't know, done anything that is worth noting.
You mentioned Margaret Monakatwe.
Yeah.
Even Margaret Monakatwe would probably be more, okay, let me think about her. You know, let me hear her debate. But I wouldn't even want to hear, you know.
Now, you have to always be open to hearing shit. Gotta be open to that shit, bro. So, since we're on this topic, all right, of, you know, women, you know, in power and all of that. But, like, this is a little bit away from that. But this past week, somebody on the Lusaka Times put out a column that was saying that the national anthem is sexist.
Okay.
Yeah. So this person here, the name is Mr. Wesley Ngwenya.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the Lusaka Times. Basically says the national anthem is sexist and we need to change it, all right, to basically reflect the gender equality that we advocate for in Zambia. Those are his words there. And so he says the parts that we need to change. There's a certain section where, you know, Africa is our motherland, our own motherland, fashioned with and blessed by God's good hand. Let us all her people join as one. Brothers under the sun.
Yeah. So it should
that needs to change. Okay. That's one of them. And then the other part is the chorus, where we go, free men, we stand. Yeah. So it's like those parts need to change. What do you feel about that? How do you feel about this? Do we really, is it that serious that we need to change this?
The only place I think maybe he could say he has a point, if, you know, you want to use his thinking as a place to look at a point, is where it says brothers, but where it says free men, it doesn't necessarily mean men. It's like, it doesn't mean men with penises. All right, it's look like mankind. Okay. What do you want me to say? Womankind?
No, it was like free citizens or something. Change it to something that.
If I was in church and I said it's like, oh, let's dwell with each other in brotherly love, would that be sexist?
No,
brotherly. Because I said brotherly, so I should also say sisterly love.
No,
it's kind of like the same thing here when he says it's like, oh, free men. It doesn't mean man as in, you know, male. Nah, it means people of Zambia.
So Mr. Ngwenya says our national anthem is outdated. It needs some panel beating to come up with something less colonial. Colonial? And then he goes on to say, 2 years ago, Canada's parliament passed a bill to update the line in the national anthem that says, "In all thy sons command, to all of us command." Mm-hmm. Now, I have a problem with looking at what other people do and then saying, "Yo, let's do that."
Yeah.
You know? It's like, no. They have their own culture over there, how they move things. Let's look at our own culture and how we move instead of making that a point of reference.
Yeah.
You know? And also, like, what do you mean by making it less colonial? The national anthem, correct me if I'm wrong, was made after we gained independence. What the fuck are you talking about, Mr. Nguenya?
So basically,
making it less colonial.
So what is too old? He needs it updated.
Wants it, yeah.
He wants it updated because it's too old. Or he feels it's
he feels that way.
I mean, he's not the first person to say something like this. So there's another guy who came up and said we need to change the flag.
Why?
Some time back, apparently he said something about it also being
outdated.
Like, let's change it. You know, I think he also
highlighted
outdated? The fact that, you know, each and every country in Africa has got red, green, and red is for the blood, green is for the land. You know what I mean? Like, it's so cliche. So he said something about changing it and having like the ego in the like he actually came up with a sketch of his own. Like there was a big ego in the middle and whatever. I don't remember it clearly, but that was one of the things. But
good.
I don't know. Look, there's certain things that I feel like just leave it alone. That's our flag. You know, just leave the flag alone.
It's
what
cool,
did the
man.
flag ever do to you? You
Exactly,
know, like
man.
how's that ego bothering you? Why are you bothered?
Yeah, have you ever looked at the flag and gone,
Nah,
"Yeah, we need to change this motherfucker"?
I mean, I'd you know, like in my own, you know, weird mind, I'd be like, yo, let's make it more colorful. You know, like put some more fun colors in there.
Fun colors.
Fun colors. You know,
what colors?
But
would
like,
be fun
think
there?
about it. It's like if that was the concept of the whole country, it's like, oh, we're changing the flag. Why? Because we want some fun colors in there. You know what I mean? Like, it would be stupid. It would be dumb to do
it'd
that.
be dumb as fuck.
It would be dumb as hell. So, I don't know, man. I dismiss him.
So you dismiss all his everything. So do you feel, you know?
I don't.
Because this is sort of a little bit.
I've never looked at the national anthem and thought sexist. I don't think the person who wrote that national anthem, all right, thought, oh snap, I'm just thinking about the men. You know, I'm just thinking this is just for the men. Really?
Yeah.
Really? Do you think at that point in his life, with the colonial masters and people dying and people being killed and all of these things, he was thinking about, oh, let's talk about the man? How dumb is it? I mean, like, guys.
Nah, man. Like, I'm with
That
you.
was
I'm
not
with you on this.
his mindset at all.
I'm with you on this.
Come on.
It's like, come on, man.
I mean, we have women who did phenomenal things back in the day. You know what I mean? Phenomenal things. They're there. It's read your history books. We learned about them in civics.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's still there. I don't know if it's still
Probably still is.
I don't know. Yeah, but like whatever it is. But like we learned about that. You know? So to say it's sexist just because of a few lines where it says brothers and men, then it's sexist?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit nitpicky.
Yeah.
You know,
check the definition of sexist.
You think
then
he doesn't
come and
know?
have a conversation with us. No, I don't think he did. I don't think he did. He did not check the definition of sexist.
Yeah, so away from that, Monday, we wanted to get into the week. Monday hit, and then I get up, you know, check out my phone like I usually do in the morning.
Yeah.
And there's a message from you.
Yeah.
About
oh yeah, that's the first you heard of it?
Yeah, I heard it from you. How unfortunate was that? I heard it from you.
Plug goes the plug.
It was the plug, man. Like, fuck. So there's a story about this gym trainer, dude. So just if you missed it, which we don't know how, but yeah, there's this video that surfaced online where a gym trainer got his ass beat by a man whom that dude whose ass got beat, you know, he was messing around with his wife.
With his wife, yeah.
Yeah, fucking her and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
He said 4 times, but we don't believe him.
Yeah. I was asking, is it 4 times 3? I was trying to figure out the
Hey, like that J. Cole line, isn't it?
Yeah. You know,
if it's 4 times multiplied by 3.
You gotta be clear. Is it 4 times multiplied by 3?
But that was a stupid question. And we'll get there. We'll get to that, right?
We'll get to that.
Let's give you the context. So this guy got nabbed, the husband to the wife that this dude was fucking.
Yes.
Kicked his ass. Now we're not sure if it was it him that kicked his ass or he had people.
I think he was. I believe he was there.
He was there too.
I believe he was
because he did point at one point like, yo, I disrespected the big man.
Yeah, I disrespected the big man and looked at him. I think the
Bali was in the room.
He was in the room panting probably.
After kicking his ass. So this dude is like bleeding and shit.
Bleeding on his head and whatever, man.
And yeah, he confesses to the whole thing and says, yeah, this shit happened. I'm sorry and all of that. Shit just got out of hand. I lost my profession.
Yes. He
specifically
said that.
Yeah. And then
he also said he lost his grip. I was like, I refuse to believe that. I think you had your grip.
Hey, you gripped that shit. You gripped that ass.
You gripped. You had your grip, brother.
Hey, if there's one thing you didn't lose, it was your grip, sir. So yeah, then during the course of the week, a video, or like an audio recording came out of them having a conversation on the phone.
Yeah, well.
So that was a conversation between the woman and the man.
Yeah.
The guy that was beat up. Yeah, the one that was,
the Ben 10, if you like.
Yeah, and he was, I don't know, they had this, relationship where she was giving him money or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, he used to train her.
Yeah.
But I think she was giving him a little bit extra because of the other services he was providing, you know what I mean?
Straight.
Yeah.
And then what's funny about that is the phone call ends between them and then she starts talking to her husband.
Yeah.
Because I actually thought somebody had just made that audio up or whatever.
Yeah.
But then at that point, I'm like, yo, this shit is real.
Yeah, it is.
This was a real conversation that they had, and this shit is out. And then I don't know about that suicide note. I don't know if I believe that shit.
No, I don't. I don't know either. I mean, it would have been all over social media if it actually happened, you know?
Yeah, the person that put that out is fucked up.
Yeah.
That suicide, that fake suicide note. We're just gonna say fake for now, because there's no kind of report that indicates to the fact that it's real or not. So we will dispel it from our conversation. Okay, we're not factoring in that suicide note because we don't believe it's real. So,
with that said,
let's talk about this situation. It blew up on social media.
Blew up mad
crazy.
Quick. I actually saw it, and it was my boss who tweeted about it first.
Oh, for real?
So I was like, "What?" No, it was actually on Facebook. You know, and then I go through the comments, and then someone says like, "Oh, some video circulating on." Yeah. I don't know if it's on Web1 or something like that. You know, so I went to check it out and found the guy there. You know, bleeding, looking very remorseful.
Yeah.
After being beat up, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't think the husband went there by himself.
No. He had people with him.
He had people with him.
I think the husband could have gotten his ass kicked if he went alone there. That guy looked fit. You know?
Yeah, he's a fit guy. I mean, he's a
gym trainer.
He's been working out in the gym and been working out elsewhere. You know, like, so he's definitely putting in work. Literally, he's putting in work everywhere. You know what I mean? So he's a fit guy.
Yeah.
So if the husband went there by himself,
he would have gotten his ass
that would have
kicked.
been a bad look.
Yeah,
you know?
The husband needs a gym trainer himself.
He does. You know, you should probably try and find a, you know, it's like there should be female gym trainers, isn't it?
It should be.
It should be female gym trainers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you should find one of those. Probably hit the gym.
So we were having this conversation on the radio with my co-host Tori, and she asked me, like, who do you think was wrong in this situation?
Between who and who?
Like, just the whole thing, because it's a whole mess. It's a fucking mess.
Yeah.
So like, who's wrong in this situation? Because I mean, there's also reports that the dude, the husband, was in the hospital because he couldn't take it. You know,
he had high blood pressure. He was in the hospital.
So I was like, everyone's wrong in this situation.
Yeah.
You know, But you know, this is just the clean version of shit, right? Yeah. But like that's the radio version, you know, the radio edit. Look, if a guy fucks with your wife, you go and see the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Standard.
You go and see the guy.
Yes.
This is not like it's not just a boyfriend and girlfriend.
No.
This is a marriage.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
You go and see the guy.
Yes.
Just straight. Let's square up. Like fuck this shit. I probably would have done the same shit.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Look, if you're on your high horse, sorry, we came with our ponies. We came with ponies today, so we're not on high horses. You know, we beg your pardon. Our feet are dragging the ground. So I'll tell you this: I would have done probably the same thing. So there's some people who were like, "It's like, oh no, but like, why you know, like how guys say it with, like when the roles are reversed." It's like, oh, why do girls go fight with the other girl? You should have been fighting with your man or beat up your man or whatever it is. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, that could probably be tolerated.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, oh, she got mad and then she came after me and then she, crazy stuff.
The guy
happened.
can't do that.
Yeah. But like, how do you sincerely think people are gonna be like, oh yeah, she cheated on you, that's why you beat her up? Good. You should be beating.
No. Violence against women,
Nah. You can't do that.
You go see the guy.
You go see the guy. You go see the guy. I mean, with the woman, you will sort it out later. Mm-hmm. You will have that conversation. Yeah. You will sort it out later. Yeah. All right? But like, protocol needs to be observed. So what you do is you call a homie and be like, fam, let's go see this guy.
No, straight.
This is what the situation is, and then you go and then you
let's
handle
just be
that
real.
business.
Let's just be real. Like this is real life.
This is real life.
Sometimes you gotta fight.
Sometimes you gotta
fuck
fight.
Fuck this shit. Okay?
And we're not saying that, we're not justifying it. We're not saying it's correct in terms of the law.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah. Right? On the clean version of things,
Because it's like if you're found out and that guy pressed charges, he will, you will end up in prison. Yeah. You will end up getting locked up because you inflicted bodily harm on this person and all of that. And probably everything that he said at that particular point would not be admissible in court because you were there and you were intimidating him. All right,
so it would be like duress.
Yeah. So it's like it's not admissible. This guy was being beaten up. He was being threatened. There's no way you're gonna take this as evidence. What he said as evidence. You can't do that.
Yeah.
That's how come when you get arrested, the police are not supposed to beat you up.
No. Yeah. Straight.
Yeah. They're just supposed
niggas
to ask
over here do it
anyway.
anyway.
And these niggas over here, they start beating you, bruh.
It's rough out here.
TIA, fam.
This is Africa.
This is Africa, most definitely. So, number one, the guy was wrong. Mm-hmm. You don't sleep with people's wives. Mm-mm. You will get your ass beat.
Straight.
And then there are people who've done that before. They haven't gotten their ass beat. Yeah, whatever it is. But like, you got caught.
Yeah.
All right? Or she got caught and then you got found out and then you got your ass beat.
Yeah. Right. And I would say, like, you deserve it. Because it's like, look, like you're saying, don't mess around with people's wives, man. Like, you can fuck around with somebody's girlfriend. But like,
you can?
Yeah.
Like, you say that so easily.
Because niggas do it all the time. Niggas do that shit all the fucking time.
But it's wrong. Can I be the little guy with the little
no.
white with the? It's wrong. Don't sleep around.
My point is, it's not a heavy situation. It's probably not too many people involved.
Wow.
But it's like when
Chromez is being trash.
How am I being trash?
It's like the kids, fam.
What kids?
Like the kids who are 16 years old and listening to this podcast, they'll be like, it's like, yo, I gotta do this. I don't want to sleep with my friend's girlfriend.
No, don't sleep with your friend's girlfriend. That's your homie. Don't do that. All right.
Do
but like, if you don't know a nigga, the fuck? You don't know a nigga, and then the opportunity presents itself. Go ahead. But if the nigga comes see you, you better keep the same energy.
Keep the same energy.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, it's like relationships, man. Niggas break up all the goddamn time.
Yeah, true.
But like when people are married, like even with the gravity of the situation that's going on with the man and the woman in that picture, in the video and all of that shit, it's like they can still go back and still have a great marriage.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, because it's deep. It's there are vows involved, man. There's God involved in that. You know what I mean?
Yes, all of that.
There's a higher power there. So when you go and disturb that shit, in fact, the nigga can take you to court and say marriage interference. Well, you gonna do that in a fucking just a relationship between a boy and a girl? Like, that shit doesn't. It's not serious like that. All right, until the nigga puts a ring on that shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So until a nigga puts a ring on it, everything is free game. Basically, that's what Chromez is saying.
Yeah.
Everything is free game. Everything is on the table.
Straight.
Until you walk down the aisle. It could be a day before.
No. They have to be engaged before they get married. So the engagement is where the commitment begins, like a serious commitment.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
But I'm not saying go out there and fuck people's girlfriends.
Yeah,
like
you will get beat up still.
Yeah, you still get your ass beat.
You still get a beating. Standard beating. You know? It's like it doesn't come in phases. It's like, when married or nah. It's a standard beating whether you're messing around with someone's wife or someone's girlfriend.
Yeah.
All right? You might even be messing around with somebody that I'm afraid to talk to. Yeah. And I'm scared, and I've been trying to gather up my courage for the past 3 months. You know?
Straight.
And then you go talk to her, and then I'm like, my guy, I was next. So just in case, just start a little something and be like, poo. It's crazy, but it is what it is.
I have to say, I was almost in a situation with a married person, but I didn't know.
Oh yeah, you didn't know.
I had no idea.
Oh yeah.
Person hid it from me.
See, like, what happens in a situation like that when a girl hides it?
The thing is, when you try to prove it by saying that, it just doesn't sound real.
It doesn't sound real.
It's like, you're fucking lying, bro.
Yeah,
like, come on. You could have known. There were probably sometimes you're trying to call her in the night and she wasn't picking up her phone. You could have figured there should have been something weird that was going on. But can we just acknowledge the fact that when a woman is gonna cheat on a dude, she will do it smoothly, bro.
Yeah, you will not.
You won't fucking know.
You won't know. That's the thing.
We are trash because we just don't know how to do this shit.
We're running around thinking we're slick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When a woman just is like fed up and she just wants to do some shit, you will never know.
She will. You will never. And you would. Yeah, exactly. You will never know. She will. They don't say shit.
Yeah.
You know, and women are so. They're wired differently, you know, that. They talk a lot and they gossip about, you know, some things, but like when she means to keep a secret, she will go to the grave with it.
Straight.
You know what I mean? We always have to tell a nigga.
Yo, I was here last night.
You could have even waited, like you would have waited 6 months. And then 6 months later, you'd be like, yo, you remember that chick? Yeah, smashed. So, you know what I mean?
You still gotta snitch on yourself at some point,
at some point. You know what I mean? So it's absolutely crazy. I feel sorry that the guy got beat up.
I'm not sorry for that shit.
Well,
you were fucking his wife more than 4 times. Because he's not gonna tell the man we did it 10 times.
No, I mean he was. I mean, his mind was blurry as hell. He got asked what's his house number, and he said Mrs.
I don't know.
He was still thinking about that ass. He was still thinking about that ass. I was like, yo, like, what's your house number? Nigga, your wife, nigga. Say, your wife. I stay up in it. Anyway,
I stay up in that ass. You're full of shit.
Hey, bro, I'm just saying.
Oh, goddamn.
Who answers like that?
No, it's like, yeah, you're right, man. They kicked his ass so bad, he forgot where he lived. That's some crazy shit, bro. You know, nigga, you forget your name and shit. Goddamn.
I live up in your wife.
I live up in your wife.
It's crazy, man.
Goddamn,
Mrs. Hey, he could have even said Miss or then Mrs.
Oh, man. So, like, for me, I don't feel sorry for him.
Anyway, it is what it is, man.
You get your ass beat. You get what's coming to you, man. Like, when you put a certain energy out, it's going to come back to you.
And look, here's a crazy thing. number one about society is, I spoke about this, and for me, number one, it was the question was asked, who was wrong in this situation, and there were many people who were wrong. All three of them were wrong, and they were wrong for different reasons. Number one, that man was wrong for putting his wife on social media.
So did he do it himself?
He did. You
The
go
husband.
you go to his page. He actually shared the Mawantu item on his personal Facebook.
Nah, man.
You know what I mean?
You don't do that.
You don't do that.
That's weak sauce.
I don't care how upset you are. You are.
He was probably emotional, like real emotional.
It was really emotional. But like for me, it just tells me how tiny of a man that you are. You can't handle it.
God damn.
Are you telling me he has never cheated on his wife?
We don't know.
I
There's certain men that don't cheat on their wives.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
And you don't agree?
No, I totally agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree, 100%. But the thing is, it's like when it comes to certain people, all right, kind of like keep the same energy. You know, I wouldn't if I had to choose, if I had to make a bet, all right, and we were to be like 100% explicit and ask him, all right, even if it's just me, him, and a judge, I don't care. All right, it's like, have you ever cheated? Nobody's ever going to speak about this ever again. Me, him, and a priest.
Of course, you probably say he has, but let's not act like men aren't like overly emotional. Like it's like the way it is.
Yes, they are. But the thing is, it's like, why do you take your problems to social media? I don't need to know about that. I don't care about your wife. You understand what I'm saying? This is how people commit suicide. You know, because I will get on social media and say, and I'll say all of these negative things because I don't care about your wife.
True.
Even
Niggas
in your angry state, you love your wife. She's the mother to your kids. You love her. You know, Fanatik stays in Livala. He woke up and he was thinking about content for a podcast. He didn't need to know that.
Straight.
You provided this content. Thank you very much. You know? But people will go on social media and say the nastiest, meanest things ever. It's almost like it's a competition.
Straight.
And they will get likes for that. And then your wife will read that and she'll think, this is me. Think about all the relatives who didn't like her on the man's side.
Oh yeah. Of course, there's always those.
All of those things. She has to deal with that.
It might have just been a small mishap, man.
It might have been just.
It might have even been his fault.
Yes, you could have handled this with the elders in your family, and it would have ended there.
Yeah.
You could have divorced her quietly, and it would have ended there. But you decided to put her on social media on Mwebantu with, I don't know, 1.2 million people seeing that.
Yeah.
And now she's in the conversation wherever you go. It's just like number one. It's like it's not like it's difficult not to. You are colored. You are big. It's easy to spot you. I could see that man today and be like, oh, that's him.
Yeah.
Do you know how many people I see every day, but like I don't know them? You know, people I met 3 months ago, I don't remember, but like I will remember that man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. That. And here's the thing. I guess when I was talking about men being emotional too, it's like, here's how weird men are. Guy can cheat on his girl 100 times, and when his woman cheats on him 1 time, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's like it's
crazy.
wild. Like it's like, yo, I can't be with you no more.
Yeah.
But this is the same woman who's probably forgiven you 10 times for all the shit that you've done.
Yeah.
So him behaving like that, I can see where that shit would come from. And here's the thing: when the person is like stepping out, you know, they usually develop like these, I don't know, like you become sort of paranoid because it's like, yo, if I'm doing this shit, what if, so he probably went through her phone, you know,
probably
she was probably behaved, she probably didn't smile at him the same, she hasn't been smiling the same at him in recent times, and that could have probably had nothing with anything, but because he's got this paranoia in his head, it's like, yo, what the fuck is going on here? Bring your phone over here, let me check. Gym trainer there probably sent his, you know, sent dick pics and all of that shit.
Sent his junk and all of that.
So it's crazy out here.
It's crazy. It's unfortunate that,
But do you think she sucked his dick? You know my theory about, cheating. If a woman cheats on a guy and she sucks another nigga's dick, then it's deep. But if she didn't, then you think she did?
I don't know, man. Maybe.
Think she sucked his dick?
Because it's like, like in a situation like that, for me, I try and act like, Dr. Phil or something like that. But I try and look at it from a situation. It's like, look, number one, he's probably very busy. All right. It's like you look at his social media, though, her husband. All right. You look at his social media and you can tell it's like he's got things going on. All right. I think he's part of the bikes club and whatever. They've got these beautiful bikes at the house and all of those different things. You know what I mean? So it's
didn't even go that far in research. God damn.
You can see it's like
journalist Fanatik here, man. God damn.
You can see that his life is popping. So he's probably a very busy individual.
Yeah.
Number one. All right. Doesn't have time to go to the gym. Number two. All right. So maybe he's not giving her attention like that. You understand what I'm saying? And then she goes to a place where she is being talked to and pampered and paid attention and all of these different things. You know what I mean? And this is a younger guy, and he probably says 1-2 flirty things, and then she doesn't remember the last time the husband said anything nice about her. And then before you know it, or probably was like, it's like, go to the gym, you're gaining weight, and he's like that,
Yeah.
And then before you know it, boom.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, you understand me, I understand you. Oh, no, he didn't do this, he didn't do that. And then she's telling him all of this stuff. And then that's just ammunition being packed. And before you know it, it's like, you should come to my house one of these days. And then boom, and then before you know it, it is what it is. And that's why sometimes most times, men get so upset. Because it's like when a woman cheats on you, most women, because now we are also having some women who are like, you want to cheat? Okay, I got this. You want to slip around? I can slip around too.
Straight.
But it's usually when the woman does it, it's from a point of, I'm not getting something from home, and then when she starts doing it, it's not just for sex. Or is this just one of those and I forget about it? She'll continuously do it with that same individual. Especially like in a situation where she's married. Because she was even saying, it's like in the conversations, like, no, I can't leave. I'm being monitored. I don't have sheets. It's like she was being monitored and all of those different things. So
which is like, where my point about paranoia being, that's what validates it. It's like the man was like, something's going on here because I know her. Something's happening. You know what I mean? She probably, if she cared about something, it's like if she would complain if the nigga didn't do some shit, she just was like, fuck it, whatever. It's like, okay, something's happening here.
It's like when she says she goes to buy dog food, just like she used to take 30, now she takes 1 hour 45.
I'm looking for the right brand.
So things
going to
like
feed
that.
the other dog.
Yeah. Going to feed the other dog. But there's a lot of wrong things here. But I will say this, please. We don't care about your
dirt,
wife.
man.
We don't care about your dirt. Quit bringing it to social media. People don't need to know about your dirt. All right. If anything, think about your kids. Think about your kids, because it's like your kids are getting older. All right, and they will see this. There will be some stupid kid who's gonna mention it. Maybe your kids are in grade 7, in grade 10. It's like, oh no, your mother is a what because she did this and this, and then it's as easy as Google.
Yep.
You Google that and boom, it's up, and it's like, the queen did this, my mom did this, my dad did this.
Straight.
And then their perception now changes, and then that's just a whole different teenager that you have, teenager drama that you're gonna have now.
Yeah. Just some other shit, for real.
It's crazy.
Think about the children.
Think about the kids, man.
Yeah.
Think about the kids.
And then Iris came up this week.
Yeah.
I don't know. We want to put up some pictures.
She put up some pictures on her personal.
What were the pictures about?
She was basically at the a river or a lake, whatever it is, something like that. And she was drawing water Okay, and I think I even remember her caption. It had something to do with, thinking about the African woman and her providing for her family or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get the caption. She actually said, "Woman thinking about what she will prepare for the evening meal for her lovely little family." All right. Now keep in mind she's wearing a chitenge. Okay. There's a little bit of boob action on the side showing.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not too crazy, nothing too hectic, nothing you haven't seen before. All right. And she's got a bucket of water on her head. She's barefoot and she's by a river's edge. Nothing hectic.
What is our fascination with Iris?
We love Iris. Iris should run for president.
Fuck that.
Iris should run for president. No, because it's like I was done talking about Iris probably 5-6 years ago.
Just after the tape.
And I was like, I was done.
Yeah,
I was like, okay,
because the tape came out 2012.
2012.
Yeah.
It's like I saw it, and after that I was like, okay, cool. But then you had the Post newspapers.
They ran with that shit.
They ran with that, and she posted up pictures of herself in a bikini on holiday somewhere, and then they put it on
front page.
It's the Post newspaper, guys. Yeah. You're taking on governments, and why are you giving Iris life?
Yeah.
And I think at that particular point, when that came out, I think Iris was like, you know what? I will milk this for what it's worth. You know what I mean? You want controversy? I will give you controversy.
Yeah.
It's like little carrots just dropped for Zambians and their ignorant asses. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you this. It's like, look, do you mean to tell me that this person who's got a master's degree, right, in marketing or something, doesn't know that her taking a selfie in the bathroom and she's taking a bath in this, whatever lodge, do you think she doesn't know that it's going to take on social media and go crazy, and she's not going to be and all of this? She knows.
Yeah.
You're just giving her relevance. And we love doing that. And I don't get it, because it's like, I was like, let's start talking about Iris. Let's start talking about Iris. But every time she does a little something, it's not even hectic stuff like this, guys. We're talking about pictures of her in a chitenge at a riverfront. Really?
And you were given an example of how there was a ZNBC merger thing.
ZNBC merger on Mwabantu.
Yeah, which we will talk about.
Which we will talk about, has got 200 comments. Iris, which is the post just before, has got 1,700 comments. National broadcaster issues, right?
Issues that affect comments.
You. Issues that affect you.
Yeah.
And your, sovereign state and all of that. And, Chinese, people from the outside. Serious issues. You're going to spend time, 1,700 people, talking about Iris at a riverfront. She's not naked. She's not in a bikini. She didn't say, I want to have sex.
Nothing indecent.
Nothing indecent. But 1,700 comments. It's probably going to reach 2,000 by the time the weekend is over.
Yeah. So you think she's rebranding or something? With something like that? Because she was quite raunchy.
Yeah.
But she's kind of toned it down a little bit?
She has toned it down. But it's like anytime she sees that Zambians are not paying attention, she'll drop something. Don't worry. She got this. She got this. I was one of those that's like, let's forget about Iris. Now I'm a Iris supporter, man. Because it's like, you can't, where's nothing? Somebody's probably like, yo, who's nothing? Yeah, that was the guy who was in the video
piping
having sex with her. Yeah. In case you were wondering.
Yeah.
Where is he? Probably has a corporate job somewhere. Probably. And nobody recognizes him.
Yeah.
But you still want to talk about Iris and how indecent she is, and the comments about Kaure, whatever. And I'm like, yo.
Yeah.
Shut up.
It's like some sort of self-hate, some sort of weird jealousy. It is,
because she's fine.
Yeah.
Number one, she's finer than your black ass. All right?
Yeah.
She's slim, flat tummy and all of that. She looks good. So
Iris can get it, man.
You probably, you wish you were Iris. You wish you had a sex tape. You wish you looked that good. So
you know what? You're right.
Alone.
That's a great point. Because just look at generally on social media, the types of personalities, I'll call them that get like the most likes and whatever, are like the ones that are a bit more that they reveal a little more. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Lisa gets a lot of hate. She'll put up a picture of herself in a bikini and she's at a swimming pool. In a bikini swimming pool.
Which is like, what people do.
Like, oh, and then, you know, Zambians will get all crazy or whatever. You know. I like how
people want to be these personalities.
Yeah, I like how we decide to be ignorant sometimes.
We just decide to.
We decide.
We're like the most woke people and like
we decide.
dumb
because
at the same time.
Because I would tell you that some of those people work in banks and all of that, and they're making major decisions, and they just decide. It's like, oh, wait, it's Irish. Oh, I'm allowed to dumb it down now. I'm allowed to be, I don't know, whatever, ignorant.
Yeah. Because if you didn't care, why are you reacting to it?
Why are you reacting like that? Leave Iris alone. Iris should have been old news.
True.
Should have been old news.
It's fascinating to me. I think it's like she's the first personality of her kind.
She's the Kim Kardashian of Zambia, man. Keep doing what you're doing, Iris.
Yeah. And she's very charming, by the way. I remember we interviewed her on the radio some time back. Yeah. And, man.
Yeah.
It's just...
You were like wifey.
Straight. Yeah. Bro, I don't know what it was, man. She walked into the room. I was just like, God damn. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
She's just got like this weird... Like, you know, they're like certain females, like women who... They just ooze like...
Yes.
Sexual energy. You know what I mean? It's just like that. And it's like, it's natural for her. Yes. That's just how she moves.
I'll tell you this, and sometimes they're not even the most beautiful.
Straight. That is true. That is true.
It's like Rihanna.
Yeah.
You look at Rihanna and she just says sex. She's not the most beautiful. She doesn't have the biggest booty. She doesn't have the prettiest face.
Yeah.
But like you look at her, there could be 10 women who are more beautiful than her. And like you would not even look at them, you would just be looking at her because she just oozes.
You know, just attitude, just like you know, personality.
She knows.
Yeah,
you know,
she knows it. You know, and it's like, and I don't want some women to come out and say, oh, when you look at her, all you see is sex. It's like, it's just
she's a sexy woman.
She's a sex symbol.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
and that's what it is.
Your mind will go there. Instantaneously.
And that's not even just for guys. Even women react like that.
That's why they hate her so much.
Yeah.
That's why they hate her so much. Because if you check, it's like the men who talk trash about Iris, fam. If we brought Iris here, I'd be like, yo, do you want to date her?
In a heartbeat, you know what's going to happen.
Yeah, you know what's going to happen.
But would you date Iris? I don't think niggas want to date her. There's a difference.
You don't think niggas want to date Iris?
I don't know. Yeah. I don't think I would.
Maybe they do want to have sex with her, but I think you would be in a position where you want to have sex with her, but like you just don't want to have sex with Iris once. You want to continuously have sex with Iris, and then once you're continuously having sex with Iris, you want to continuously be with her and be in a company and keep her entertained and all of that. And before you know it, I'm in love with Iris.
Nigga, you're thinking like 5 years into the shit.
No, I'm not thinking 5 years into the shit.
Yeah. Have you thought about this? Like, you have thoughts like that sometimes, bro?
About Iris?
Yeah.
No. I have tried with all of my being to forget about Iris, but Zambians keep reminding me. Zambians will put her up on the front page of the biggest private newspaper. How do you do that?
Iris might have actually read the 48 Laws of Power, and this is something I've thought about, because it's like in the 48 Laws of Power, it's like one of the laws talks about how you should be able to string people along, but don't let them have the taste. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, the niggas will want to, and that's how you maintain your power. It's like, you gather all these people's attention, and they're all trying to get on you, but you don't give it to them.
You remember this time
I mean?
she put out a little video saying that she was looking for a PA.
Yeah, I remember that.
And that made news. People were talking about it on breakfast shows, on big radio stations. Like, Iris is looking for a PA in this news.
Yeah.
I have tried to forget about Iris. I tried to sweep her under the rug, but Zambians are like, nah, fam.
Yeah.
Yeah, front and center. So, hey, give her
Straight.
front and center. Iris, hey, you have a supporter over here. Keep doing your thing.
Because you know what? I remember when we did the interview with her on the radio. We actually got a lot of backlash. It's like, why? Like and there was like a lot of passive aggressive messages like on social media. Like people that I know listen to the show were putting up, statuses and tweets like, oh, why would you have somebody as irrelevant as that person? We don't want to hear about some useless person on the radio. But like, you listen to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have some sort of interest. But why are you mad? Like, why are you mad?
Why are you so mad?
It's weird, But anyway, fuck it. Iris.
Yeah, man.
Let's talk. No, man.
It is.
You and I could do certain things.
Yeah, man.
We can get down. Okay.
Yeah. Coke Chromes.
They don't call me the thirsty voice of the soccer for nothing.
Oh yeah, they actually changed your name to the thirsty voice.
That was one of the messages. Like,
oh damn!
Oh my gosh, there's this chick that was so mad at me because I sounded thirsty during the
she
interview.
sent you DMs, didn't she?
No, there weren't DMs. She was commenting on some page.
Yeah, there you go.
On the page of the radio station.
Oh, okay.
Where they were like, yo, vent, like what really pissed you off this week? So I pissed off that person that week.
Oh, there you go.
Because I sounded thirsty on the radio. Because I knew how long the video, that sex tape was. It's like, what's your problem, man? It's like, goddamn.
Yeah, it was what, like 18 minutes?
Nah, it was like 14.
14.
14. Yeah.
14.
At least the version that I watched. I don't know. It could be longer ones. I don't know.
Could be longer ones, man.
Yeah, who knows?
I mean,
No, but I watched it till she switches off the camera.
Sweat song. Every time I hear that Kid Sweat song, I'll be like, oh,
yeah.
Iris.
That was kind of weird, though. Like, they had that song playing in the background, really? And then you were talking about her being the Kim Kardashian of Zambia.
She is, though.
Kanye is in Africa.
Yeah, that dumb dimwit.
Why is he a dumb dimwit? For speaking his mind. It's like, the thing about Kanye, like the way people are reacting right now is so weird to me because like Kanye has been that way since the beginning. It's just that now he's not on your side. So now you want to call him a dumbass. It's like people are literally reacting to Kanye the way, let's say, the Republicans probably reacted to him back in the day when he called, when he said George Bush didn't care about black people and all of that stuff.
Yeah, and he thinks President Trump does?
I don't think he does. I don't know. I don't know what his thoughts are on that. I think like Charlemagne had asked him that question. Or was it Charlemagne or Jimmy Kimmel? One of them.
He even seemed a lot calmer during the Charlemagne interview. Mm-hmm. He made a lot more sense.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know what medication they had him on at that particular stage. Mm-hmm. All right, but they should have kept him on that.
Yeah.
All right, because the meds he took during the visit to go see Trump at the White House, that was absolutely crazy.
Yeah. I
mean, if you saw the whole thing, you would see it's like, yo, what's going on?
Yeah.
He walks over, he tries to hug the president, He goes on a rant. It's close to 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. Talking about just crazy things, suggesting that the president buy a plane that uses hydrogen. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what's going on? He was supposed to have a private lunch, at the White House, and then the president decided, oh, Kanye is here. The press is here. Let's have a little something. Because apparently Trump thinks that Kanye West he's in to black people in the United States.
Is he not?
How so?
Has he lost his fan base?
No, but it's like I like Kanye's music. I don't necessarily have to like Kanye's political views, and I'm not gonna move because I like your music. You're not gonna move me politically. It would be weird to assume that.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it would be weird to assume that.
How many times have
Wouldn't you agree that hip hop contributed to Barack Obama getting into the White House?
Not just hip hop. I think
I said it contributed. It was one of the factors.
One of the factors.
Yeah.
But like I think the entertainment industry as a whole, Oprah. Tell me Oprah is your end to black people. I will believe you.
Not Jay-Z.
No. Not Kanye West.
Are we still talking about the Barack Obama age
No,
or no?
like look, it's like I'm talking about the variations, right?
You know, there's a conversation about Oprah, about how Oprah didn't really give a fuck about black people.
Oprah didn't.
There's been this conversation where it's like, Oprah, what has Oprah done for black people? There's this debate that's been going around. It's like, yo, like,
see, that's kind of like the same debate that's going around Barack Obama. It's like, yo, what did Barack Obama do for black people?
But he wasn't the president to black people alone.
Yeah. But like that's what people fail to understand. It's like, what has Oprah done for black people? So it's like
she was catering to a white audience, though.
She was catering to an audience. Look, sometimes,
and then it just happened to be white.
Sometimes you have people who mentor you. You know what I mean? Day to day, you look at them, you talk to them, you have their number, you pick it up. It's like, look, I've been offered a job here. What do you think? Do you think I should take it? I want to make this move. You pick up the phone and you call them. That's a mentor, right?
Yeah.
There are certain people who can mentor you, and you've never interacted with them. You just look at their life, you look at their history. They were ordinary, normal individuals just like you, and they got to successes that people don't even dream about.
I agree, yeah.
All right? So it's just like you as a black person, and you look at that other person as a black person, and it's like that should be motivation enough. You know, that should be enough. That's what she's done for black people.
Oh, really?
Showed you that
Anyway,
you're able to become a billionaire in the United States.
That's a whole different.
That's a whole different type.
You
story.
know, like we're not Americans, so they have their feelings. I've seen this debate go on, and it's quite a heated one actually.
Yeah.
So my point on Kanye is like, y'all liked him when he was saying things that went in line with your thoughts, but then now when he flips and he's, you know, basically challenging thought on a different side, you get mad. It's like, I don't know if that's how we should be as human beings. Like, if you like Kanye for what he's always been, you should appreciate what he's doing right now. As dumb as that shit could seem to you, he's still challenging thought.
Yeah, but he's not being consistent.
How? That's
like
the consistency with him speaking out against crazy shit, you know, going like basically.
He's not speaking out against Trump though.
Because he believes Trump is a good person. I really think he believes what he's saying. I really believe and this is not me trying to like, you know, side with Kanye. I'm just saying it's like he's been consistent with the Trump thing. He hasn't moved away from that.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is it's like, look, if you're going to tell me that George Bush, who's a Republican, all right, who went to war, all right, war. It's like when President Barack Obama was president, you didn't hear threats of war. You didn't hear about that. Trump comes on. He's talking about, it's like, yo, North Korea will regret the day. Fire and fury on North Korea.
Straight.
That's what we're going to do because that's what Republicans do. All right? Republicans don't mess around. They want to show you.
Yeah.
Okay? So the thing is, it's like, how do you think George W. Bush, with all the nonsense that he did, the nonsense that he said, all right, was not good for black people? And how do you think Trump, all right, with all the nonsense that he's saying, because Trump is saying more nonsense than George W. Bush.
Than any other president.
Yeah.
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 For
We're
real.
going to build a wall. We're going to build a wall. We're going to build a wall.
Yeah.
And it's going to be, Mexico is going to pay for it. We're going to build a wall.
Yeah.
How are you going to do it? You don't know. Where are you going to get the money to build the wall? You know what I mean? So things like that, okay? It's like President Trump was separating children from their parents when they cross into. It's just like, how is that okay, Kanye West? How do you not see that for what it is? It's like, is that fine? How is that making America great again?
I mean,
I don't know.
See, that's a great argument to make. You know, every president has their own gripes. You know, Barack Obama approved drone strikes.
Yeah.
Which, when you think about it, is very fucked up. But he did that because it's like, oh, we want to, preserve our troops. We don't want to take people to areas. And if we can just kill people remotely, even though it's going to kill innocent people too, it's like, so Barack Obama wasn't an angel. Like, let's not
he wasn't.
try to put that out there like that.
Yeah.
Like, he had his gripes. Like, there's certain things, like even with Obamacare, when you look at the bill, it's like the whole policy, it's got its gripes here and there. Like, some people are losing money, some people are making money. It's all like that.
It's all like that.
And this is not to say that, Trump has good sides and bad sides, whatever. But he does too, right? But Trump, like with Kanye just, I believe, believes whatever meds he's taking, whatever's going on in his head, he believes whatever Trump stands for is a good thing.
My theory on Kanye West is, I think Kanye West, because he said this before, what did Barack Obama do for black people? Mm-hmm. I think he was so upset with that. He was, because we remember this. We remember that Kanye was never really part of the Barack team. Mm-mm. You know what I mean? He was never that. Mm-hmm. Okay? It's like, was this the Charlemagne interview where he was saying, so it's like, oh, there was a time that he was invited to perform at the president's function. I think this was before he was president. Yeah. And then when Kanye got on stage, he found out that Barack Obama had actually left already. You know what I mean? So it's like, yo, you call me to your function, and then you're not even gonna be there while I'm performing. So he obviously got mad at that. And then Jay-Z and Beyonce were like, yo, every event, the Roots, all of those guys, he was never part of that team. I believe Kanye West hated that. I believe Kanye West hated that. I think it's more personal. It's like, what did Barack Obama do for black people? It's like, that's what people are saying. It's like, did you want him to be a president to black people? Did you want him to be like, on some revolution, we're going to take over this shit? It's going,
I think, you know what? I think Kanye has been, how do I put this? It's like, he's got this thing where it's like, oh, by him saying, what did Barack Obama do for black people? He was probably thinking, what did Barack Obama do for me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because, like, think about it. When he was starting to get into the fashion thing, he was calling out all these corporations and all of that shit. He was mad that they weren't letting him into the door.
Yeah.
And then he turned it into like a racial thing.
Yeah.
But then after when you look at it properly, he was just mad because they weren't letting him into the door. Yeah. Into the door.
Yeah.
So it's like Kanye has consistently proven that most times he's thinking about himself.
He's thinking about himself. It's not thinking about black people in general.
There you go.
Because there's no way you're going to tell me that Kanye West believes that Donald Trump is good for black people. All right? It's like, he's not saying it's like, yo, this cap makes black people feel like Superman.
I mean, think about it. Like, given during their meeting, he was talking about, oh, how we can set up some factories for some shoes, whatever. Yeah. All of that shit just benefits him.
That's it.
He presents some whole, I don't know, plane, hydrogen, whatever, and it's just him presenting his ideas.
His presenting that benefit his ideas. Him. Let's not get it twisted. Like, yo, this is about black people. Nah, it's about Kanye West. Yeah. And that's it. And he's been consistent about that.
Yeah. So that I guess that's the answer to the question. But he's been consistent with his thoughts about Trump. And all I'm saying is, if you've loved Kanye for him speaking out against shit, you shouldn't be mad that he's doing it. Be mad at what he's saying, but don't be mad that he is doing it, because he's been doing it consistently for years. Can we at least agree on that shit?
I guess so, man. Let him talk his bullshit, man.
Yeah. Let the man speak.
Let him speak.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
So he's in Uganda. He met Museveni, president.
Yeah. That's another dumb move.
Why?
Because why are you gonna go meet a dictator, bro?
There you go.
Why? For what reason? It's like of all the countries you could have gone to in Africa, you decided, Museveni is the one. So you mean to tell me it's like, is Kanye West dumb?
Gave him some Yeezys too, man.
Yeah, gave him some Yeezys.
You know, and then he got onto like the presidential helicopter. They took him to some charity event and all of that. And I was thinking, like, if that happened here, you know, how would we react to that shit? Like, President Edgar Lungu lets Kanye West ride in the presidential jet. Let's just say, you know, the Ferrari in the sky is here.
Yeah.
And they let him ride in that thing. What do you think the reaction would be out here?
I mean,
that'd be crazy. That'd
be crazy. I mean, we'd crucify him. Our money, we're taking Kanye West.
Taxpayers'
our money.
That's the favorite.
That'd be hectic. That'd be hectic, man. They should try that, though. They should try that. They should. I mean, Kanye West should come here, man. Like, put Zambia on the map.
Yeah.
Like that.
And you know, I like that video where he's like dancing crazy to that maestro track.
Like,
that shit. No, here's the thing that's amazing to me about that shit. It's like, I was saying this. It's like, it doesn't matter if you haven't been to Africa as a black person since your ancestors were taken by those evil white people back in the day and turned them into slaves and all of that. It's like, once you come back here and you hear that African drum,
you're gonna know.
You're gonna move.
You're gonna know.
You're gonna move.
You're gonna move like your ancestors.
Yo, because Kanye was just I've seen typical black people out here dance like that.
100. He gets 1 point for that.
1 point. 1 point for keeping his, the African genes. The African genes.
The African genes, you still have them in you. So you know what I mean?
What else you want to
talk
talk
about?
A lot
of crap. Amos Chanda.
So give us a background on this shit, though.
No, look, I don't know if this has made its rounds yet. All right, but
it's probably a fairly new clip.
Yeah, it's a fairly new clip.
At this particular time as we record.
It's probably going to go viral. Mm-hmm. All right, now basically what what is happening here is Amos Chanda.
Press aid to the president.
Press aid to the president. I mean, if you're gonna talk about somebody being a fly on the wall,
that's him.
That's him. He's the fly on the wall, and as far as State House is concerned, mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm. So he was talking to this lady, and he was basically trying to advise her. Mm-hmm. Number one, that conversation seemed very. It's like, if you were talking to me like that, I called you, and then you just sound rude and uninterested in what I have to say. I'd hang up in 2.5 seconds because she didn't sound like she wanted to talk to him. Yeah. Number one, she knew who she was talking to, and he was basically advising her on, I think, some things she said about the government on social media. And he was like, yo, don't say some of those things that you're saying and all of that. And he emphasized that he knows that things are bad in the country. Mm-hmm. We know things are bad. He said that several times. Yeah. Several times. And that's one of the things that probably vexed the woman even more.
Yeah, she got pissed. She got pissed. Off,
it's like, how the hell are you telling me not to speak up when you are admitting, you who's close to the government, you are rubbing shoulders, you are the government. Yeah. You know what I mean? You are in the president's pocket, basically. Mm-hmm. You know, and then you're telling me things are bad, but don't say the things that you're saying. Yeah. And he was basically trying to tell us, like, oh, be more, I don't know, be nicer. Yeah. Don't say it like that. You can say it, but don't say it like that. Yeah. Don't insult. All of those different things, you know? But the thing is, this is the press aid to the president, and he is admitting that things are bad.
There you go.
Think about it.
You know what? I would have thought that this guy would have lost his job when that audio of him talking shit with Shimbakambwiri came out. Remember that clip?
But he was talking shit about Shimbakambwiri.
But you see, as a leader, let me not say a leader, but like a person who is in a respectable. He's a leader, right? He's in a respectable position. If I was the president, I'd fire his ass for that particular thing, because it's look, he puts a dent in the government's, in the president's. I don't know.
Does he though?
It's in normal circumstances. In normal circumstances, that's what's supposed to be.
In normal circumstances, that would have been exactly that. He would have been fired. all right, or been asked to resign if
Yeah.
they wanted to be a little bit more tactful about it.
Yeah.
All right, but the thing is, it's like he was acting like his pit bull. You know what I mean? So it's like, yo, it's kind of like, it's like I have power and I have money and I have all of these different things. It's like, look, if I could, you know my rep, I could go beat up that guy who's talking trash about me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I can't do it because I'm in this position. So if one of my boys goes to get him, what do you think is gonna happen? You think I'm gonna be like, it's like, yo, you shouldn't have done that? It's like, nah, fam. It's like, I wish I could do that, fam. I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
But like, yo, the way you swung on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enemy
my
of my
boy.
enemy is my friend.
Yeah.
Basically.
And basically that's what happened. So it's just like he was acting like the president's pit bull. It's like, yo, he did that and the president's not gonna be mad at that.
Yeah.
It's like, if I could do that, I would have gotten him myself, but I can't speak like that. You know?
So this dude, man, like, so he basically that audio.
Yeah.
We'll throw it into the podcast. You're gonna hear it.
Yeah.
That audio just confirms the kind of conversations he's having with the president.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, we know things are bad. Then also confirms that we're being spied on as people.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're talking shit about the government's, if you've ever said anything bad on social media about the government,
Yeah.
more, it points to the fact that you're probably being watched.
Yeah.
Like Fanatik is probably being watched right now.
Why?
Because you talk a lot of shit.
What did I say about the government? What did I say about the government?
Nah, not you.
There's a lot of people who say a lot of shit about the government. All right? And I'll be like, yo, before you get me, let me point you to this tweet right here. Can you believe this nigga? The nerve of a nigga.
Oh, goddamn.
To say this about y'all. Yeah, if I was you, I'll get him right now. Like, here's his number.
Oh, goddamn. Snitch ass nigga.
Like,
so yeah, like he just is like, yo, like he says this. It's like, yo, like people are being watched. Not exactly in those words, but
not exactly in those words.
but
like,
he points to the fact that that's what's going on right now.
yeah, like it's like a fair warning.
Yeah.
It's like kind of like.
I think, you know what, that's just like misplaced energy. Like, if you know shit is bad,
Yeah.
and people are speaking out against it,
Yeah.
shouldn't your energy be focused towards making shit better, so people can say good things about you?
Oh wow.
After that, wouldn't that be the sensible thing
I thought
to
you
do?
were gonna just go totally different.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna say that, just be the normal Zambian politician. Be quiet, steal your money, and then slide out when the time comes to slide out. Right? Number one, you're next to the president,
Yeah.
right? But like, you don't have to be so loud. So it's like, they can go get him.
Yeah.
I can stash away my dollars in an offshore account somewhere. Probably stash something in South Africa, a couple of properties in SA.
Yeah.
And when the time comes to wrap it up, it's done.
But why is the press aide calling someone directly?
I don't get it.
That's weird as fuck.
That's weird.
You
as hell.
have a million people you can tell to relay a message.
Yeah.
And then your ass gets recorded.
Yeah. Because number one, you could tell it's like that woman is spiteful of him. She knew it was him.
Yeah.
She knew it was him. And like the only thing
I thought it was going to be a sexual thing, man.
Yeah. Like
The
that's the
audio
thing. That's the
started.
thing.
Oh my
It's
God,
like
yeah.
because his tone
Yeah.
is very cool, calm, and collected. She's rude on many points.
Yeah, straight.
She's rude, straight up and down rude.
Yeah.
And he's cool, calm, and collected. It's like, no, you shouldn't be saying that. And I'm like, so in my head, I'm thinking, maybe he likes her.
You think so?
I think so. There's no way you're going to be that patient. Look, number one, no. There's no way you're going to be in that position and that patient with someone who's being rude.
Someone who's not on your level.
Who's not on your level. It's like you don't have time.
Yeah.
Because she's doing this, like they even get into a conversation about, no, how much do you make per week? And she's like, oh, no, 700,
Just that?
And I was
That's
like,
all?
just that? That's all?
You're making millions, my G. 700, man.
That's 700. That's
My
probably
gas money.
money.
God damn.
Gas money that I'm not even paying for. I don't even know what 700 looks like.
7 notes, Amos.
So for me, that was like probably, it's like maybe they know each other. It's like, because the only way somebody's going to talk to you like that and you tolerate it is, number one, if they're your relative.
Yeah.
You know, be like, here she goes, she's tripping again. All right, or you like them. You like them, like you like them a lot.
It sounded like a friendly warning, like something might happen to you if you keep on talking shit like that.
Yeah, it sounded like that. I don't know if we should use the word warning or caution. Like warning sounds very.
I mean, we have seen situations where people went on social media, talked shit, and then, you know, they got locked up.
Got locked up, yeah, true.
For insulting the president.
Yeah, but like it's like now, I don't know how many people you're gonna go after because now it's bad.
Everyone's doing that.
Everybody's doing that now.
Everyone's mad. What you gonna do?
Everybody
lock
is
up
upset.
the whole population?
Yeah, you can't do that. You know, but I was very weirded out. Number one, with the fact that he was like he wasn't getting upset, he wasn't whatever, he was just cool with it.
Yeah.
And number two, you know, it's a situation where like even when she got upset and then she started talking and then he wanted to interject and was like, I let you speak when I was quiet when you were speaking.
Yeah.
I was quiet when you were speaking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn.
Hey, she was holding
Talking
on.
to the president, aid.
God damn.
You know? And I'm like, okay, cool,
For
whatever.
real, though.
So like that's why I thought the only logical conclusion is number one, she's a relative. Number two, he likes her a lot. That's just that. That's
He's trying to get that ass?
yeah, because it's like, you know, like when he asked about the whole, just 700.
Yeah.
I thought the next point was gonna be like, yo, I can give you this much.
Yeah. You know
Come
what?
see
For real,
me.
though. I thought that too.
I was just waiting.
Yeah.
But you know, maybe with another girl, because it's like I think, or with another lady.
Yeah.
But I think it's like she's so upset, she's so mad. You know, but you could hear it in the tone of her voice. You can hear it with all the things that she said. It's like, yo, you're not affected by everything that's going on in the country.
Yeah.
And you're admitting that things are bad in the country, but you're not affected by it.
Straight.
We're affected by it, and we're upset. So, how you telling me it's like, yo, chill, relax, don't say things like that? It's like, it's very hypocritical. Number one, it's extremely hypocritical. You know,
For real.
it's like telling a hungry person, be like, why are you acting like that? You know, and then you know, you're sitting around there with sausages and whatever, and then you're asking, like, how are you acting like that?
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Why are you running around?
The
You know,
hypocrisy with that is just...
It's very hypocritical.
Yeah, for real.
You know, I'm sure you're gonna hear the clip, and
Yeah. Judge for yourself.
judge for yourself.
Let us know what you think. You think he was trying to get that ass?
I think so. I think so, man.
And speaking of spying,
Yeah.
we heard of this Pegasus thing?
Pegasus. I mean, I read up on it, checked it out. You know.
So what is Pegasus for a person that would not
basically
know?
it's
Spyware?
spyware that is usually used by governments. All right, usually used by governments. Now there was a Canadian report that came out actually about countries using this, and Zambia was listed as one of them. All right, now basically it's the government getting the spyware to spy on citizens and other countries sometimes, but mostly on their citizens. So basically, that's what it is, and it's operational here in this country and here in Zambia. Maybe we could actually even tie this into what Amos Chanda said to this particular woman.
Interesting,
about, about just like, yo, chill on those.
because we can hear you.
We can hear you and we can see you. Now it's different, you know. So it's scary. But the thing that was disappointing is when I saw the article on one of the online thingy-majiggers, and then the comments under it, I think I only saw one serious comment under about it.
People were just laughing at that shit.
People were just laughing about that, and they were like, "Oh, do they have jobs?" And me, I don't understand. You know, like it was all fun and games and jokes, and I'm like, this is a serious issue. The best you could do is probably even say it's like, oh, we need to read up on this.
Yeah.
Or we need to check this
But people
out.
don't like to read, so
People don't
there you
like
go.
to read.
This whole thing is sort of like, it's basically like the government is like a boyfriend and we're like their girlfriend and they're trying to see what's in our phones. Or like a jealous girlfriend trying to get into a boyfriend's phone to see what's going on.
Yeah.
It's like, look, my G, whatever you're looking for, you're going to find it.
Yeah.
You will always find what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Yes, we don't like what's going on. We don't need this whole talk about people who don't understand economics should not speak on it. It's like, no, we can see what's going on. We can see what's happening to the dollar.
Because it's happening to us.
Exactly.
I mean, like,
the dollar is affected. That affects pump prices, fuel pump prices.
Yeah.
That makes bus fares go up. That means transporting goods from where it's produced to where it's going to be sold. That
higher.
Yeah. Effectively, the price, everything goes up.
You don't
Shit is wild. Money is getting lost. Auditor General's report came out, and millions are missing
all the time.
So it's like, what are you looking for? What do they want to hear? I don't understand.
We don't need to understand economics to know that shit is expensive.
Yeah,
because we buy it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need it. It's like, yo, I went. A bottle of water was like $2.5.
Yeah.
You know, I went in there and they were like, it's $3.5.
Yeah.
I got on a bus. The bus was like 5 kwacha if you asked.
Yeah.
You know? Now they're like, yo, 7 kwacha.
$7
From town to Chilenge, it's 9 kwacha standard price. Fuck. And they were actually saying, it's like, oh no, this is not the final one because the owner of Flash hasn't even signed. So it could go up to 13.
Goddamn, bro.
All right? So like what? Do I need economics to understand that?
You don't.
You don't.
It's easy.
It's easy.
Everyday transactions are affected.
Yeah. So
and you're fucking with people's livelihoods.
This is what we do. You are not affected because everything is paid for you.
Yeah.
Your fuel is paid for you.
You're good.
You're good. Your food is paid for you. All of those different things are paid for you.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you have leverage. If you wanted to open a company, you don't even have to walk into any of these places. Somebody would do it for you.
Straight.
Really. People will want to affiliate themselves to you because you're in government and you can get them contracts and all of these different things.
Yeah.
It's harder for us.
A loan is just a phone call away for you.
Easy. I mean, my pastor was saying it's like it's like he was at one of these MPs, not even a minister, MP, right, at his house, and he was like, I think I need money, you know, and this was on a Sunday.
Yeah,
I need money, right? I need to get a loan, and then
Sunday.
So it's like, so do you want me to leave and go to the? Do you need to go to the bank? It's like, no, go to the bank. No, they'll come here.
Wow.
And it's like, and he made a phone call to one of the branch managers, and an hour and a half later, the guy comes there and he's got hard cash and gives it to the man. As easy as that.
Wow.
You think I'm gonna call a branch manager and tell him to come to my house?
Who the fuck are you?
Therefore alone.
Dude, the nigga at the shop from around the corner won't even do that shit for you.
You know.
Yeah, so we're being spied on.
We're being spied on.
Now, we need to emphasize this. It's like when something as serious as that comes up, you need to read up on it, you know?
Please.
Understand it and see what you can do about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I just don't get it. It's like, yeah, you're spying on us, but like, what do you want to hear? Like what?
What do you want to hear that you're not already seeing on social media? We already don't like.
You know, we're mad. We're angry. We're not happy.
We're not happy. So like, what else do you want to hear? All right, because then that's when it gets a little bit scary, because it's like that's where you find now in places in other countries people disappear. Mm-hmm. That used to happen back here in Zambia.
Oh yeah,
all right,
of course.
But like they didn't have the spyware, and they would basically make sure that they have at least one government agent in
every place.
Mm-hmm. So if Chromez is constantly talking trash about the government or the president, Kenneth Kaunda, you know, he could go missing.
Yeah, that was the talk about, like, you know, alleged disappearances back in the day. Yeah, so
that's where the phrase "shushushu" comes from.
There you go.
You know, you can check that out or ask your mother or your father.
Yeah,
so
but
what is "shushushu"?
But don't stop. Don't be scared. You know, don't let this scare you. Like,
nah, not at all.
Just keep going.
Just keep going.
You know, keep asking the questions and all that.
The different governments come and go.
Straight.
All right? Mm-hmm. Come and go. UNIP was there for 27 years. All right?
Yeah.
They didn't want to go.
Of course not.
They went. They're
They
not
had
here.
to go.
They are not a factor anymore.
Yeah.
UNIP is never coming back.
Charles
I don't care what-
Milupi.
Yeah, nobody cares about UNIP. All right,
We don't give a fuck.
they should open a museum and run that, and that's it, bro. Like the UNIP party should just
Yeah,
become.
they
a
probably
museum.
have a shitload of artifacts.
Yeah.
man. that's probably what they're good
They
for.
have.
right now.
They are the holders of history. They should
Yeah.
stop this whole
Yeah.
rubbish about trying to be in government again. You're never coming back.
Yeah, just
Ever.
drop like a civics book or something.
Something.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Alright.
sure the kids will like really
Yeah,
enjoy
all
that.
the way up to university level, even.
Yeah.
You know, start from
African studies. How about
Yeah,
that?
African studies from primary all the way through to secondary school, all the way through to, you know, the
Yeah.
more advanced classes in universities and colleges and all of that. And, you know, nobody's going to vote for UNIP. Forget
No.
about it.
Fuck that. Okay. Enough of that serious shit. T-Gang tape. T-Gang tape. Hey, yo, that tape is fire.
Now, I've been...
Woo!
See, every time, and I don't get enough
Goddamn.
credit. I don't get enough credit because I hang around douchebags who don't give me credit when credit is due.
What credit do you want, Fanatic?
I tell people, it's like, yo, this is dope. Listen to this and all of that. And niggas come back 2 months later and they be like, oh, what you said? They don't even say what you said. They just be like, yo, this is dope. And I'm like, I told you it was dope. We got into this argument about K Slayer. All right. Now,
Who
look,
got
the
into this argument?
You and I. Now look. Let's just talk about the two individuals for now. Okay, we're gonna talk about Tegan, but the two individuals, the Kicks.
Yeah.
That's Jedi and K Slayer. All right? Now Jedi and K Slayer are part of a duo called the Kicks. Okay. I think it even used to extend to Eddie Black as well. He was kind of sort of part of them
Kicks,
or
really?
affiliated.
Okay.
You know, and the crazy thing is, like I used to tell you guys, I used to tell Chromez that K Slayer is fire. K Slayer is fire.
I didn't dispute that he was fire. All I said was Jedi outclassed him on every single record on that Durft.
Both mixtapes.
No, just the Durft. I think it was called Durft or something. Doing it for the first time or something like that. I don't know, I can't remember. Something like that. That mixtape was hard. And for me, Jedi was kicking K Slayer's ass on every record. So for me, that was just like, I don't know. It's like, and then we got into the conversation of, can K Slayer hold his own if he just, put out his own record?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I still don't know.
You still don't know?
I still don't know. Because has he put out a single?
Yes, yes.
I haven't listened to the single.
Oh, yeah.
You need to give me the single so I can listen to it.
Yes, yes.
Is it a good song?
I think even the time it was in the UK, I think he actually sent me a song. There was a song that was floating around called Niweweka, the same title as the
5-4.
5-4 track. Same title. It was very easy, very laid back. He's singing on the chorus and everything. You know what I mean? But
did it make an impact?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, come on, man. Y'all, you need to be serious. Like, what impact did it make?
What impact did music back then? Now, look, I'm talking about, this is back when I was at Joy FM. I'm talking about at that particular period. Okay? It's like things were dropping, but they weren't making an impact like that then.
Okay.
Especially when it comes to hip hop, because it's like most of the songs, they were just being premiered on the hip hop on the Hip Hop Express. You know, so a lot of the songs were not going out there and blowing up like crazy, but like in the circles of the hip hop enthusiast, hip hop express enthusiast, it's like that song made a lot of noise.
So you're talking
And it
about
was a
some
good
old,
record.
old song.
Yeah, this is an old song, but like there's another song that's out. I think he dropped
I'm
it not
talking
too long
about
ago.
now.
Yeah,
I'm talking
not
about
too
now.
long ago. Like the time he's come back to Z, I think he dropped something. It's just that I haven't heard it yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
You
It's
didn't
like
rush to get it, didn't you?
No, I didn't rush to get it.
But you rushed to get the T-Gang tape.
No,
because
they
you knew
sent it to
Jedi
me.
would be
They
on
sent
that.
it to me.
Oh, did they? Okay. So here's the thing, right? I don't want to trash the young man or anything like that. I'm just being objective here. It's like,
You just haven't heard.
It's yeah. He hasn't given me any example of work, and that's been my point this whole time.
Yeah, but you're full of trash. But like, you're busy.
How am I full of trash?
You're full of trash because you've trashed. You've said it's like, oh, Touch My Blood is not a legendary album you heard it.
Because you were calling it a classic 2 months after it's out. That's bullshit.
Before you heard it.
No. Listen, are you listening to what I'm saying?
Rubbish.
The words that are coming out of my mouth are that you were calling this album the Touch My Blood thing a classic, and for a person who is as hip hop like savvy with hip hop as you, that shit just is like
7
weird.
days. The Don Killuminati. Do you think it took me 2 months to realize that this album is a classic?
Yeah.
No, it didn't.
What is a classic to you? No, seriously, that's
Does
a serious
it have to
question.
be old to be a classic?
That's one of the reasons. It's how well a project ages. That's what constitutes a classic. You can't just say this is a classic when something drops. Are you wait a minute. And this whole thing of people calling shit a classic when it drops is a new concept. It's like because people are like they're like consuming things quickly because things are coming out every other day and shit. So immediately you want to form your opinion because you know something else is going to come out. But with music back in the day, you could take your time with that shit.
Look, I'm not saying everything
and
that
music
comes
back
out.
in the day aged well. So that's not even like let's not go back there. Like God damn it!
Why not?
Now we can say that's a classic album.
No, because
But you didn't know
I am able
the first
to
time
call,
you heard
no,
that shit.
Because I am able to call shit. I am able to call shit and say it's like this shit is classic. And even if it ages,
How are you
it's gonna
able?
age.
How are you able to call
Dude.
shit? There's certain albums that I was like, yo, this shit is like awesome. It's amazing project.
Yeah.
And then after listening to it for maybe like after 2 months, I'm like, wow, I don't know how I feel about this. You know,
Okay,
like it hasn't aged. Certain shit, like it's like it's fresh.
then you
It
just-
feels good at the time, and then it doesn't age well. It's like milk. Some of this shit is like milk.
Milk.
And some shit is like
Or relationships.
wine or whiskey.
Or relationships.
Are you able to call shit?
I'm able to call shit.
Yeah. You probably dated somebody for a year, and then shit didn't.
Look,
really
all I'm
end up
saying
too
is,
good.
for me, I'm able to call shit. If you can't do that, Chromes, that's on you.
No,
Figure
it's
out
bullshit.
how to do it.
And you know what? Like
I will
I've-
tell you this.
it's a classic to
certain
you.
songs. There are certain songs that I will
Thongs.
tell you
What's
right
up
now.
with you and thongs, my G?
Yo,
This ain't
I
the
love
first
them.
time.
I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
There's a song by a guy called Blunt. First time I played it.
I know the song you're talking
Yeah,
about.
first time I played it. The song is a classic.
You
to
can't
this
call
day.
it a classic.
Why not?
Because the first time you hear it, how is it like? Can we Google fucking classic here so we can educate Fanatik, man? The fuck out of here! You need to find another word.
No, because it's like
Okay.
because then classic is generalized in that particular context when you just say classic. Because then you go to classic.
Classic.
Cars. Ah, there you go.
Judged over a period of time to be of the highest quality and outstanding of its kind.
Okay, so call me this. Call me a prophet.
Fuck you.
All right. Call me a prophet because I am able to tell that this song
man.
is gonna be dope in the next 7 years.
Fuck that shit, man.
And I did that with Blunt, and I can play Blunt today, and it's still better than some of the niggas who are dropping today, right now. And that song came out probably 7 years ago.
Yeah, well, good for you, but
Yeah,
you can't
thank
call
you
it.
very
You
much.
can't call something a classic.
Whatever,
It's something that's judged over a period of time.
Whatever, nigga.
All right, you don't hear something for 3 minutes and then be like, "Oh, this
I
is
do.
a fucking classic."
I do.
Touch My Blood is not a classic.
I do.
It's not.
I do.
Touch My Blood is not a classic, bro.
Got it.
All right, let's have this conversation next year. All right, on episode 100.
No problem. No problem. We'll do this. We do this, nigga.
All right, so anyway, we deviated. We're talking about K Slayer. So I'm really impressed with K Slayer on this T Gang tape. All right, I could say he had the best verse on the last song on the tape. What's it called? New Religion.
New Religion.
It's called New Religion, and I feel like he stuck to
to what the message of the song was supposed to be, and he breaks it down like, and he takes like a more current. The whole song is about the current state of just how people are like they're slaves to their smartphones, slaves to attention, and just his wordplay on that, like it was interesting how he was just breaking it down like that. So shout out to K Slayer, man.
Shout out to K Slayer, man.
I've never said he's a bad rapper, but I'm just saying compared to Jedi, like especially on that mixtape. It's like, you know what? I could even go as far as saying on some records on that mixtape, the Durft mixtape, K Slayer might have even had like better bars, but Jedi just had like his style, like just his energy on the record was just unmatched. You know what I mean? Like he was more. I was looking forward to hearing him, and this is at a point where I was giving both of them a chance.
Okay.
It's not like I had listened to a whole bunch of Jedi material when I came to that conclusion. You know what I mean? I hadn't listened to a whole lot of his music or anything like that.
Yeah.
So when I heard that mixtape, I was like, yo, like Jedi, like that On My Way record.
I need to get you. We probably. The problem is my PC is down. All right, but like I actually have the old. The first mixtape, yeah.
I want to listen to that. I haven't listened to that.
I mean, I still have some of the songs. Some of the songs I still play them. There's a song with PZ Cables.
They're a good duo, man.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to divide and conquer here.
Yeah,
it's just
we had that argument at some point.
Yeah, we did. But it's like you weren't just listening to what I was saying.
No, because it's like you guys were talking rubbish.
What rubbish?
And
were we talking?
I was like, you and Lady Vogue were talking rubbish, and I even said
Lady Vogue.
Yeah.
When? We were like around her?
Yeah.
When?
It was you, Lady Vogue, me, Jedi at Kabata, KCC.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. So I was saying, it's like, y'all are the reason why people like Black Moon to break up. Because you're going to go, it's like, yo, Mwembe, fam. Fam, you don't, your bars are fire.
No, nobody was saying that about Mwembe. Leo was the one.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So one nigga gets big headed and is like, yo, I can do this all by myself. And then he went.
Jedi shouldn't get big headed about it, about that. He's nice, like on records, you know what I mean? And he's proven to me time and time again that he can stand on his own.
Yeah,
K Slayer hasn't proven that for me.
Yeah.
Who has he proven that to? You? Do you feel that he can stand?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like that.
All right.
Absolutely, 120%. I believe in K Slayer, man.
Because look at Jedi is more than just rap for me. It's like it's like a vibe, like the way, even just the way the man dresses and shit, like he's got a little thing popping off right now. He's really unique.
He's very unique. He's kind of like, I don't know if you follow people like Scoop Magatini. Scoop Magatini is not a rapper. He's a presenter. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know the guy. Like he used to present like that Friday night show.
Yes.
I don't know if it's still on.
Yeah. He's one of my favorite.
You've been sucking that nigga dick for a long
favorite
time,
radio
bro.
presenter. All right.
Like let's say there's two people who you've sucked their dick like a whole lot.
Should I mention them?
Yeah.
Gesh Groove and Scoop Magatini.
Yes. It's like and it's worse. Like you probably, and I say this all the time, and I know I say this to piss you off. Like you probably could suck Gesh Groove's dick from behind. Yeah, that's how much you love him.
All right, look.
Just to get all the areas covered.
Scoop.
And shit. Pause.
I'll tell you this. Have you seen, like, if you followed South African hip hop culture, have you seen Ricky Rick and the way Ricky Rick dresses? It's weird.
Yeah.
The person who started that stuff, all of that stuff, is Scoop.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because it's like he'd put on like weird stuff that doesn't really go together. And then it's like his pants are not really touching. And then like he's wearing
JJ
loud
would say
socks
that South Africans just don't know how to dress.
and all of that. No, but like there was a method to the madness. And then everybody else started doing it. Everybody else started doing it. Like Ricky Rick right now, like in as far as the fashion sense is concerned.
Ricky Rick overdoes it though.
Yeah, he Yes.
Overdoes it. It's like,
But like
fam,
he-
why you
yeah.
dressed like a school kid? And then you got a Versace shirt on and shit. It's like, and then you got like a briefcase and shit. My guy, come
You
on.
know? So Scoop started all of that stuff from way back when.
Yeah.
You know? Even to this day, when they have things, when you watch Vuzu, and then it's like, oh, who has the best collection of Jordans? Now this is talking about in the industry, South African industry. Everybody will go like, yo, Scoop.
Really?
Scoop. Yeah. Now you're talking about AKA Caspanyo Vest, all of those guys. All of those guys will point like, yo, Scoop. Like he will give you an education about Jordan, whatever. You know, like that's how
Good for him.
influential he's been.
Good for him. You know?
So he's kind of like that, and I totally get it. You know,
You see?
and I totally get how you could probably how a K Slayer would sort of like get thingy left behind in the conversation.
yeah.
You know, totally get that.
Yeah.
And
Because look, this era that we're in, sorry to cut you off,
Yeah,
like
yeah, no.
in this era that we're in, it's more than rap.
absolutely.
K Slayer could be the best rapper in the crew.
yeah, but like
Hands down, he could be that. But like, if he doesn't have some other shit
I
popping,
guess the only thing that we should say right now is let's wait and see, because it's sort of like after K Slayer left and went to the UK and whatever, he wasn't putting out music like Jedi was putting out music.
Yeah.
It felt I think Jedi was like, yo, my partner in crime is gone. What do I do now? And then he got in his grind and started grinding and started getting features and all of these different things. You know, he's got a beautiful song with Wills, Sheffy,
Yeah.
all
There
of
you
that, doing his thing.
yeah. So K Slayer has been left behind a little bit. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying.
So
He's,
it's like
gotta
it's-
catch up, and it's
gotta
not gonna
catch
be
up.
easy because
Yeah,
Jedi
just
has been
grind.
putting in the work for a
Yeah.
long time. And then you see what I don't understand is like you're in the UK, fam.
Yeah.
You can't tell me you didn't have access to a great producer in the studio.
I don't know. I'm not able to speak for him.
Come on, man.
No, bruh.
You can make a bedroom studio and get beats from your friends here in Zambia. Can easily do
I
that.
am not able to speak for him.
I'm not asking you for you to answer that shit. I'm
All
just
I'm
saying
saying
we're speaking on a hypothetical level here. It's like, do you just drop your art like completely just because you're like in a
He didn't drop it
different?
completely though. If you
He
go
dropped
to his
one
page-
song in how
he-
many? In how
he
long?
If you go to his page, all right, he was still carrying himself as a rapper. He was still hitting the studio, still hitting the booth. But like
So he was recording.
just because you hit the studio and hit the booth once in a while, he was recording, he was in school and all of that. But like just because you hit the studio and hit the booth once in a while doesn't necessarily mean you want to put that music out. All right, it's different to
You're
a
being
Jedi. No, listen,
You're
listen.
being an apologist for this dude.
It's like it's different. It's different to a Jedi who lives in Kawata and can walk into any of those guys' studios.
Oh, that's a given.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in a
And it's
foreign
like,
land, but
he could be in doing 3 songs per day,
Mm-hmm.
and then from those 3 songs, after 1 month, he's like, "Yo, let's put this out. This shit is gonna be fire."
make no mistake, I'm not factoring all of that out. I know he's in a different land. He's meeting new people. But how long was he there?
I'm not sure. 4 years, I think.
Come on, bro.
3 years. I'm not sure.
3 years? How long does it take to make a new friend? Few minutes. You've got examples of work. You got 2 mixtapes that you can, that you can point at and say, yo, this is my shit.
Right.
This is how dope I am. Let's do something. Let's make some shit work.
That's the thing.
You could find a job, go into like a supermarket or some shit. I don't know, man.
But like the thing
And
is,
make some money for recording.
we
I don't
probably
know.
have to have a conversation with K-Slam.
And if you're in the UK, you're probably you got money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and find out. It's like, yo, what are you doing there? What were you doing? Why were you not releasing music? We need to have that conversation with him.
Yeah,
And find out.
Look, to be honest, it's like he probably has valid reasons, but the reason why I'm saying this is just to back my point up about him being left behind. Because Jedi has a Sheffy feature, and the songs that he's been on are big
Yeah,
songs.
But like, look,
Wills,
Crows, listen.
big song.
Here's
So
the
he's
thing.
left behind.
No, listen. Here's the thing. If comparing the two, right? Jedi is here in Lusaka, Zambia, right? Jedi will get my number. He'll call me up and like, yo, fam, I've got a new song. He'll call you up. he'll call probably the top 5 radio stations right here, you know, and send us and bring us the beats and do interviews, probably in about 2 weeks. And so you tune in this week, he's on this radio station, that week he's on this radio station, da 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 da. All of that helps in as far as pushing the music and getting the name out there is concerned. All right, K-Slayer doesn't have that luxury.
He can't pick up a phone and have a phone-in interview with a radio station?
It's not the same.
Oh, God damn.
It's not the same,
Fucking
bro.
making like
It
excuses
is not the
for this
same.
dude.
You even know
No,
it's
you
not
gotta
the
grind,
same.
man. Like, come
So
on,
it's like
bro.
you gotta grind, yes, but like
Yes.
you have to keep in mind, it's like it's not the same. It's not the same. It's like, do you think they're not people who are in the United States right now who can get in the booth?
I'm sorry, what? What did you say?
People in the United States who can get in the booth.
Who can't get in the booth?
Can't get in the booth. They're good rappers, phenomenal rappers, and all of that. But they can't get in the booth.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Because they don't have the money. They don't have, it's like they don't have the shit that's needed to get that extra push to get their shit on radio. The push, if you're grinding from here, is not going to be the same as that side.
Okay, so
It's like you telling me
he didn't
it's
have
like a big-
connections. Didn't have. He couldn't do a radio interview.
Which connections? Which connections? Which connections?
How did they record that Durf mixtape? Did he come here, or were they straight sending verses to each other?
I think they were sending verses to each other.
The fuck is wrong with you then?
But like, how big was that mixtape?
In the hip hop circles, it's a well-respected mixtape.
It's a well-respected mixtape, but the first mixtape was much bigger.
Oh, really?
The first mixtape
With the
was
hip hop
much
express
bigger.
crowd, or just generally people were fucking with it?
bro.
Nah,
Chromez.
no, bro.
You gonna argue with
What
me
song?
about the kicks?
What song was on that mixtape? What you mean? I can't argue about the kicks with you.
No
The fuck
fucking
you
ways.
talking about?
How you gonna argue about me? Like,
Okay, tell me which song off that mixtape made noise,
I mean,
the most noise.
the one with Peasy. I just forgotten the title.
Oh, you forgot the title.
Yeah,
how
I
big it
forgotten the
was.
title, nigga.
That's how big it was, but you forgot the fucking title. What's the name of the mixtape, bro?
I've forgotten
You forgot everything about a mixtape
that I
that
love.
was fucking huge.
Yeah,
God damn it, bro. Can you name all
I have a
of...
shitty memory.
But
But
you can
songs
still...
like Applause.
Oh, great.
There was a song with Peasy Cables that was one of the biggest
Biggest on...
songs on the mix. That was
Like
probably
playing
the
on different
biggest.
radio stations
Playing on
and
different
everything.
radio stations.
Okay. That's cute.
Whatever, nigga. Listen to Durf. Whatever.
Anyway, we did bump into the guys, and they did say they're working on some records.
Yeah.
I believe K-Slayer is going to be dropping something.
K-Slayer is going to be dropping something.
Yeah.
It's gonna
So I'm a holdout on all my thoughts about this, even though I've dropped a shitload of them on the episode already.
It's a little bit too late.
But hey, no malice. Y'all should know that, you know, we're here to critique the culture. And I'm being as objective as possible. Even with the 5-4 thing last week, I was seeing some tweets like, yo, you being disrespectful to the king and shit. I'm like, no, I wasn't. I was just asking questions. When you talk about a legacy, there's certain things that you need to have.
Yeah.
And shout out to Caesar Cognac, who said 5-4 is remembered not for his music, but for his, I don't know, attitude, personality, or something like that in hip hop circles. Which then further proves that that's why he can't make his way into a top 5 when you're talking about rappers in Zambia then. You know.
What attitude? What personality?
You gotta ask him, bro. I guess he can provide some context.
I think I met 5 3 times. He was a cool dude.
Yeah.
And didn't go out of the way or whatever it is, but like
I guess it's and it's not attitude like bad energy. It's like you just had a. Let me find the tweet before I misquote the man. You know what I mean? Let's find this Caesar Cognac tweet. Yeah.
Caesar Cognac needs to bring back my head talk, bro. Yo,
That's
I need my
right there.
stuff back. All right, please bring it back.
Yo, he probably done a lot of shit with that head talk.
I
You
know,
sure you want it
right?
back?
I don't even know if I want it back anymore.
It's probably been places bad.
Guys.
It's been on chicks' heads.
Yeah.
You know, doing crazy shit.
It's like pretend you're me.
Me who? Fanatic?
Does.
No, I'm joking.
It's just a cognac is gonna kick your ass.
Yo, but shout out to K Slayer. I was really impressed with that verse on New Religion.
K Slayer is a beast, man.
And I've never doubted that.
And you know, you kind of, for me, like, I kind of look at him, it's like it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. We're probably gonna be, cause you know, like, you know, having that, what you call it, that extra stuff. People
He needs
like
that.
Yeah, he needs that. But I'll tell you this: it's like people like Thugger didn't necessarily have extra stuff. Thugger raps his ass off each and every single time.
Okay.
Thugger raps his ass off each and every single time.
I don't know if I'll find this tweet, man. Goddamn. What is this shit?
Whatever, nobody cares about your tea.
Tweet. So I found it.
There you go.
He said, I agree. 5-4's legacy is his attitude and swag, not his music.
Oh, really?
That's what Caesar said.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Didn't have enough music. Y'all said that yourselves.
Yeah, but like, the thing is, for me, all right. Now look, everybody is allowed to have their own opinion.
True.
Okay?
True.
And my opinion of 5 has got nothing to do with his what? His swagger and what?
Attitude
Personality.
and swag.
Yeah. I mean,
I guess everyone's got their opinion.
Everybody's got their
stand.
opinion, you know, if you dealt with him and how you interacted with him or at which level. If you saw him at a party and he was dressed up in Gucci and whatever, he was that guy, you know, when people didn't even know what Gucci was.
Yeah.
But he was that guy. He was the guy who came down here and he was with Deleuze.
Yeah.
You know, and people didn't know who the hell Deleuze was and all of that stuff. Crazy stuff. But like, look, these are stories that you probably will not hear. But like people, even like Deleuze were like, fam, let's go to SA. I got you.
Yeah.
Musically, I got you.
Yeah.
Because Mans was that good. And it's like, yo, I got you. Let's go. It's on me. Stuff like that. Know what I mean?
Yep.
But it is what it is.
Yep. It's deep.
Everybody has got, you know, the different opinions based on. I will not speak on his personality per se. He seemed like a cool, lovely guy, you know. But like the whole So Good guys treated me very well, so I would say that about everybody.
Yeah.
You know, buff, super, cool, crazy people, and they were nothing but good and kind to me. So I can't speak on him alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, shout out to 5. I mean, I think
Shout out to 5,
we
man.
had a lengthy conversation about his legacy on the last podcast. Go ahead and listen to that, and you can be able to catch up. All right. So, anything else we want to cover?
Bring. I think there was something else here. I think we talked about T-Gang.
Shout out to you. Need to get if you haven't listened to it, get the T-Gang.
Yeah, get
tape.
Yeah,
really love that. Like Yah track.
too much.
My favorite.
Dope.
My favorite song on that tape.
Another country legalizing weed. Canada legalized weed.
Yeah, shout out to Canada.
Shout out to Canada. We see you.
Yeah. We see you. Round of applause. Thank you. All the potheads. I wonder if there's a Zambian that flew there immediately they found out about that shit.
Yeah.
With a Zambian jersey.
Yeah, but I mean, it goes back to say, I think they were saying that it's going to be like a $5.6 billion industry just off legalizing it. You know what I mean? Like just off the bat, it's going to be a $5.6 million industry.
Zambia needs to look into
Zambia needs to look into
legalizing
it.
it.
Zambia needs to look into it.
Look,
because there are parameters again. Like you have to be 18 and over. You can only carry 30 grams on you.
like if you're moving around and stuff.
Yeah,
you
if you're
can't have
moving
more
around
than
with
that.
it. Yeah. So anything above 30 grams is going to be illegal or a problem. Okay, so if you have a lot, you need to share it with your 5 friends, and then you can walk around with it.
Hey,
all right. So
you got 30 on it. That nigga got 30.
30. All right. So those are some of the things that they've done. You need to be 18 years old and older to smoke marijuana. Anybody smoking below that age, it's not good for you.
I just don't get why we don't want to We should look into it, man.
Yeah, because we necessarily, it's like we have such a negative connotations around marijuana. When we hear marijuana, we think, oh, let people jamba.
Yeah,
it's already negative.
Yeah,
it's just like, oh, you just want people to be smoking weed now everywhere, and it's like, no, it's an industry, it's controlled. Same way you have alcohol, and alcohol, it's regulated.
It's great.
Well, it's not even properly regulated here in Zambia, but like. It's just an idea of like the same way you regulate alcohol, you can regulate the sale of marijuana.
Yeah,
simple.
I mean, because like people, like it shouldn't be a criminal offense, man. And it's not like we're like weed heads or anything like that. It's just look at the benefits of it. It's like 5.6
billion United States dollars.
We could pay off a lot of our debt.
We could.
A lot of it.
We could.
And we already know that this is already... We know niggas is growing this shit in their backyards.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like a shitload of it.
Yeah.
Shit is in kgs and shit, man. Like, come on.
Different parts of the country.
Just
the
break
villages,
bread.
They do that all the time, you know what I mean? It's like they plant their maize and then
throw it in
they throw it in there and then,
Yeah.
We know the stories, man.
Straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DEC reports on them.
That's how we know.
That's how we know.
People are able to take their kids to school because of this shit.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. Absolutely.
Let's not be, hypocritical and shit. You know what I mean? A lot of these people in high positions are high. That's why they're in higher positions.
Yeah. I know one other story that was, the whole Drake and Chris Brown, man.
Oh, yeah.
Who would have thought? I did not see that coming.
Yeah.
At all.
I guess think about it. If he was able to piece it up with Meek, it's like Chris Brown was next, man. It's like, look,
it was next, but like I thought it was more. It was a bit more personal with Chris
because of Rihanna,
because of altercations in the club. Let's not forget about it.
Yeah, they were throwing bottles at each other and stuff. But it's like, if all went well, they probably would have knuckled up. Yeah.
And Drake would have gotten his ass beat.
Yeah, Chris would have kicked his ass.
Yeah, his ass.
It would have kicked his ass straight. But it's like, look, they probably, sometimes it's like people will have beef and then they sit down and think, it's like, what are we really...
Girls.
It's usually girls.
It's usually
that split niggas up. Like, think about, like, we even had this conversation some time back. It's like, think about it. Like, Master Splinter and Shredder and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are pissed off at each other because of a girl.
Because of a girl?
Yeah.
Well, like, Shredder is evil too, though. He's trying to take over New York.
That's where the evil shit came from. That shit pissed him off.
It's a girl.
It's a girl.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Master Splinter is a rat because of a girl. You got turned into a rat because
of a chick.
Yeah, because of a chick. Think about it. A lot of these stories, man, like when you think about niggas getting into it, it's always a woman.
Yeah.
Because we're stupid like that.
We're stupid like that. We go beat up guys at the gym. Go beat up guys at the gym and all of that crazy stuff, man. Anyway.
Crazy out here, man. But yeah, shout out to Drake. I tweeted this. It's like, man, this nigga is just like out here winning people's hearts back, man. Crazy.
Yeah. That was good though. I mean, I think
for the culture.
I think he decided to go the positive route.
Yeah.
After getting his ass handed to him by Pusha T. So he just decided, let me go the positive route and all of that.
Straight.
I mean, I don't know if you saw the interview with LeBron and them.
Yeah, the shop, yeah.
Yeah, with the shop. And, I was listening to a little bit of what Pusha T had to say about that.
Saying 40 is the one that leaked the information.
Yeah, 40 is the one who leaked the information.
About Drake's son.
West. Yeah, it wasn't Kanye West. So you have the wrong information and all of that crazy stuff. But it is what it is.
I think they're both, the accounts that they gave of what happened, they all sound like stories that could have actually happened. It's like
true.
Drake sent a picture of his son to Kanye, and Kanye could have used that. Or it's the 40 situation because he's sleeping with someone and during pillow talk. He drops
a lot of stuff
shit
happens
like
during pillow talk.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
A lot of pillow talk. Even here, man. Remember
Even
we were having
here,
that conversation
in this
about that
country,
guy
like a lot
from
of
that
nonsense.
crew who was
Yeah.
complaining to a chick
Yeah.
about his boss
There you go.
in that big group. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, feeling like they're dulling his shine.
Man.
That's what it is.
So, yeah. Pillow talk, man.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
Pillow talk. What's that Drake line? If you're pillow talking with the woman that is screwing you, just know that she gonna tell another nigga when she's through with you.
There you go. It's
what
as
it
simple as that. Standard procedure, fam.
That's how it is.
That's how it is.
Guys, we need to learn to keep our mouths shut.
Shut up.
Just chill out. You know what I
Talk
mean?
about the weather or something.
Yeah. No, the pussy good, but goddamn.
Be
We've all
confessing
pillow
after
talked.
that. Just be confessing after that.
That motherfucker. All right, man, we got to get out of here.
Gotta get out of here.
Yeah. Shout out to everyone that gave us feedback on episode 5.
Everybody.
Yeah. Shout out to Critic who came through. It was super dope. Catch his podcast, the Human Man Show podcast, that is on Buzzsprout. Shout out to Bugsy the Kid who has his Rep Your Hood podcast. Drops every Tuesday, I believe. And yeah, he's basically just, giving the latest in hip hop and all of that.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah. Make sure that
Bugsy
you catch
the Kid,
that.
I mean, like, I've known Bugsy for a long time.
Yeah.
Probably 8-9 years even.
What, before he had locks?
I'm not sure. Because he had dreadlocks and then he cut them off, and then this is the second time around.
So you don't know which period you caught him at.
Yeah. I mean,
right.
he was dating one of the co-workers.
Oh, are you allowed to say that?
Yeah.
Was this an open thing that niggas knew out there?
Yeah. People knew about that. It was for the general public to look at and enjoy.
So yeah, shout out to Bugsy the Kid. And then subscribe to the podcast. We are available worldwide. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, YouTube as well, and then any other place where you can find podcasts. All right, because we're there. We're there. All right, go out there, subscribe, and then find us on social media: Facebook, Raw Conversations Podcast, Raw Conversations with Chromez and Fanatik, Twitter @RawCon Podcast, on Instagram @Raw Conversations Podcast.